everyone. I hope you are doing something today that challenges you. You know, right now we're living in challenging times, uncertain times. As of the recording of this video, we are in the middle of one of the greatest pandemics that we have faced in many years. It's the coronavirus pandemic. We're sitting smack dab in the middle of it. And a lot of you are feeling isolated and alone. And a lot of you are uncertain about what tomorrow brings. Some of you are experiencing some financial difficulties. And so currently what I wanted to do is I wanted to create another video, and hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Hopefully you'll see this video with an open mind, because the purpose of this video is to remind us all of our resiliency as human beings, of your resiliency. And you know, this video that I decided to put together is really inspired by one of my mentors. This past Sunday, I was able to take part in a leadership summit. One of my mentors, John Maxwell, held a leadership summit this past Sunday. It was a Facebook Live summit. And so, as some of you know, many of you may know, I am part of the John Maxwell Leadership Training Team since 2016. And so John had a Facebook summit, not just for the leadership training team, but for the entire world, for anybody who wanted to watch. But this video that you all are about to see is inspired by John Maxwell. And he talked about leading during crisis. And one of the things that John said that really totally inspired me, and I'm going to read it here. He said that during trying times, during uncertain times, leaders don't minimize crisis, but they put it in perspective. And when he said that, that really just inspired me to say, hey, I want to create a video. And he started talking about some things and reminding us how resilient we are. There are many crises in humanity that we have overcome. And I'm not minimizing this current pandemic. I don't want y'all to think I'm minimizing anything. We're in a serious time right now. We're in unknown times. But I want you to watch this video. And I want you to watch it with an open mind and just be reminded of whom and whose you are. So once you finish watching it, we'll have a brief recap. All right. Yeah, there were about 10 other tragic events that I could have put on that video. I think of many right off of the top of my head. 9/11 is one. Absolutely. But let me say this. Didn't you know that back in the 1900s, there was an influenza pandemic that impacted 500 million people on the earth? 500 million people got infected with the flu, the influenza, back in 1918, between 1918 and 1919. 50 million people died. 675,000 people in the United States alone died of this flu. Listen, I'm not trying to minimize the current pandemic, this coronavirus. I'm not. This particular virus is insidious. It's airborne and it's extremely contagious, and it's extremely dangerous to those in those vulnerable categories, those individuals in those vulnerable categories. And guess what? I'm one of those individuals in those vulnerable categories. And that's the reason why I decided to put myself in hibernation, so that I can not only protect myself, but protect my family and those around me. I really feel like it's my duty to make sure I protect others in the community and my family. Many of you are using the term isolation and quarantine. Not me. Not me. I see this as a hibernation. I see this as a healing. I see this as a time for me to just slow it down and begin to do some of the things that I have not been able to do, that I kept saying I'm too busy to do, to connect with those people that I haven't been able to connect with, those family members. So in every crisis, there is an opportunity in every crisis. You know, I looked up in the dictionary the definition of hibernation, and I'm going to read it to you. An extended period of remaining inactive indoors. An extended period of remaining inactive and indoors. And sometimes life goes so fast for many of us, nature just slows us down. The world itself has been spinning on its axis, and everybody's going so fast and on their phones or their electronic devices. And sometimes nature slows us down. The whole world has slowed down. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that there are opportunities everywhere, even in crisis. And it's not just about doom and gloom. It can't be. I know that there's a lot of people out there at this time feeling uncertain and insecure, and there's financial insecurity, there's health issues and health scares in your family. Some of you may have lost family members because of this pandemic. I pray for each and every one of us. I pray for all of you all. And I also want to say a prayer to those that are on the front line, those essential workers that are out there face to face with this pandemic. They're serving us. They're making sure that we're staying safe and that we're eating every day and all those good things. Thank you. Thank you for the doctors and the nurses and the grocery store clerks and people out there serving us during this time. And so what I want to just do is hopefully this video just reminds us that this too shall pass. And yes, it's trying times, it's uncertain times, but guess what? You are resilient. And where there's resiliency, there's always hope. So stay safe, and I want y'all to look out for each other. Now, if you like this video, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. And jump and build your wings.